Dr. Seuss has this great quote. He says, "We're all a little weird, and when you find someone whose weirdness is compatible with yours, you fall in mutual weirdness and call it love." And that's what my film Anonymous is about. Two weird people falling in love. It follows this hopelessly romantic insurance rep as he tries to woo his fellow cubicle dweller after she is forced into rehab to retain her job. He fakes alcoholism to woo her. Now these two people are the antithesis of each other in every way. Ryan is uptight, he has some OCD tendencies, he's a perfectionist, he feels like his whole life is ordered, he has control over everything, he's got it all going on. But he loves Julia because she's beautiful and smart and funny. He just wishes he could fix all those messy things about her. She's sort of frazzled, this quirky hipster. She's a little irresponsible, and he just thinks if he could get rid of all that stuff, she would be the perfect girl for him. So the two kind of have nothing to do with each other if Julia has anything to say about it. He's the guy that she borrows staples from when she runs out, inevitably. And he's just unrequitedly in love. When there is an insurance rep lunch that goes wrong, Julia puking on one of their clients, she's forced to rehab to keep her job. And Ryan looks at this as just the opportunity to finally get the girl. So he goes through a series of charades to try to get stuck there with her. But he's this really uptight perfectionist guy who's never really drank more than a beer in his life. So he doesn't really know how to get sent there, and he does a lot of things wrong. He has to fake drunk driving because he doesn't want to be drunk. He tries a keg stand but ends up breaking his nose, and he finally lands on the kicker, and that's kissing his boss's grandma at a Christmas party. So he's sent there with her. And this is the last person Julia wants to see when she's emotional and drained and depressed, is the guy who keeps perpetually dispensing unsolicited advice about how to get her life together. So she's pretty cold to him. But they're worn down. They have eccentric therapists. They have weird things from spirit candle making to interpretive ribbon dancing. And it's this eccentric therapist that finally forces them to be together because they can't be with any of the other weirdos. When their friendship is slow, it develops, there's a trust there because she lets Ryan be free. She lets him lose his control, and he helps her realize that she can be more. One night for their third ribbon dancing class, they decide to break away. Julia tries to get them out, and they go have a night on the town. And they really start to realize that they have feelings for each other. This is when they first kiss, and this is when they're first caught by the cops. And now they're in seclusion. They're forced into separate rehab clinics, and now things get real because they're alone. And they just realize that the one person they want to spend their life with is in the clinic over there. So now they realize they have to crack down and do this thing for real. They have to get through, they have to get set out of the clinic. And so they try to find ways to send messages to each other. Ryan tries to get on the intercom over there to play her favorite song, and she tries to send letters through their therapist, and he writes her letters in the chalk seminar of their class, and so on and so forth. But the goal is, let's do this for real. Let's get better. Let's get out of here. So we can be together. And they mess up again. They get caught outside of the clinic trying to meet up, and they're asked to stay for yet another 2 weeks. At this point, they're both going to lose their jobs. And so everything seems to be cracking in their lives. They have nothing. They have nothing to go home to anymore. They don't have a job. They don't have a life at home. They don't have a life there. They're really tempted to just want to stay in rehab forever. They kind of have to pick up the shards of their life and rebuild it and discover what it's all about. and they finally have something for it to be about in each other. So the story ends, they're finally able to get through rehab, and it closes with them rebuilding their life. Julia all going to school for counseling, something inspired by the disgusting counseling they had to experience during rehab, and Brian writing and working as a grocer. And they're very happy, and they've learned that the message of life for them, which was just that life sucks and it's hard, and you just need to find someone fun to hang out with through the rehab of it. Yeah, that's the story.